Actually, like I need to like make a YouTube video. I apologize for like what we discussed last night. We said that Perfect Parry is supposed to be buffed right now in season 2. Actually, it's not buffed. It's actually a nerf. Like that was a mistake. I misunderstood this because, and I feel like a lot of people on Twitter have already like misunderstood this also. They think that the perfect parry change, like when a perfect parry is somebody and you grab them, they lose half of the drive meter. That's actually a nerf for perfect parry. It's not a buff for perfect parry, which is um, completely the opposite what we have said yesterday. We misinterpreted it, and I think a lot of people also misunderstood it in the on Twitter, because it's a little bit like we still haven't played the game. We're just looking at clips and stuff, trying to interpret it. So we missed that. So that's definitely something that has to be corrected from what we have discussed yesterday. Also, one more thing about one of the buffs that we discussed yesterday, where we thought that because now we have video proof that this heavy punch, starting heavy punch, it works with crouching medium kick, which in this build it does not, right? So we have video proof of the Akuma build where that actually works. And now somebody actually sent me a picture or pictures confirming that crouching mini kick. The reason why this connects, because we thought that this might connect because crouching mini kick right now is 7 frames, because you can see that heavy punch and punish counter is like 7 frames advantage. So we thought that it's connecting because now crouching mini kick is 7 frames of startup instead of 8. But I have pictures proof that the crouching mini kick is still 8 frames, still 8 frames of startup instead of 7. It's not 7. It's 8 in the new build, in the Akuma build. So that's a little bit of a bummer, right? A little bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. It's still something good. We got something out of nothing. Like we got this combo, which is something that we have requested for. It's still good, not bad. Let's see the scaling. I hope that scaling does not become a problem. There is also a possibility. I'm not saying that this is confirmed, but somebody on Twitter is saying that this might be a new combo where heavy punch, starting heavy punch into heavy Hashiriki becomes a combo. Because you can see that here it whiffs, like like you lose it by just one frame. So if we have more advantage from the standing heavy punch punish counter combo, we have more advantage. Instead of 7 it becomes 8. There is a possibility that in the new patch, in the Akuma patch, this will become a combo, which will be really strong, which will become really strong. Not sure if which one will be like his go-to combo right now. Are you gonna be doing this? Are you gonna be doing this? Are you gonna be doing this as a punish counter for DPs, for something, for like a shimmy or whatever? I have absolutely no idea. But what I know is that this combo, it gives you really good damage. First of all, really good corner carry, really good Oki, and it's meterless. So this is like a really good combo, especially if we can get it from this. This will be a very good thing for review. But as I said, this is not confirmed. Don't quote me on this. This is something this is only speculation. We don't have video proof of this. We have video proof of this actually working. So I am not sure about why they're not giving Ryu crouching medium kick as 7 frames. They're not making it 7 frames. I have absolutely no idea. But I felt like I have to clarify what we have discussed yesterday on the stream and what I have posted on Twitter. Like, thankfully, people on Twitter, they not people on Twitter, sorry, people on YouTube, they commented and said that no, that's wrong. It's not a buff for perfect parries. It's actually a nerf for perfect parries. And I really appreciate the people who were kind and polite enough to discuss that in an adult manner and show me that I'm wrong. So after I've watched the video multiple times, tried to understand what they were saying and tried to understand what other people were saying, I understood it. And I've noticed that on Twitter people are still like convinced that that's actually a buff for perfect parry, which is not true. I think once the Akuma build comes out, once we have the build in like 4 days, things will be more clearer. I think that with the nerf for perfect parries, plus the fact that there's a big buff, there a big change for drive reversal, there might be a better chance of surviving the Street Fighter 6 shenanigans, the throw loops, the perfect parries, the everything, the constant pressure, the BTs and whatnot, drive rush. There might be a chance of you actually surviving this, a better chance than now. So it is. I'm glad that I was proven wrong, because I hated the fact that I thought it was a buff. I thought it was a buff for perfect parries. I hated that. I did not. Nobody asked for a buff for perfect parries. Everybody hated that, but apparently it is a nerf, and I'm happy about that, because in combination with drive reversal, it should be it should give us a fighting chance versus the Street Fighter 6 shenanigans, right? Ken's crouching mid kick is 7 frames, yes, but Ryu's will remain 8, and I have like picture proof of that. So that's unfortunate, but still we're getting good combos. We're getting like new stuff for Ryu, and the most important thing is that we're getting Denjin. The Denjin buff that we have asked. Also, this thing, I did ask for a heavy punch into crouching mid kick. I did ask for that. We got the Denjin buff. We got also target combo into Denjin with Oki. That is going to be a game changer. That is definitely going to be a game changer. And I'm very excited to see what Ryu can do and how this game will be played in the next 4 days in the Akuma build. What's the parry nerf exactly? I don't get it. You get like, if somebody does perfect parry and they succeed, they chip only half bar of drive meter from you. They don't chip full bar of drive meter from you. They don't like now. If you perfect parry somebody and you grab them back, you take half of a full bar of their health, a full bar of their drive meter. But in the new build, it's half. It's not full. It's half. So that's actually a nerf for perfect parry, because if you get perfect parried, they don't damage your meter that much. You get it right now, right? A lot of weird choices, to be honest. Yeah, they have some choices that are questionable, but at least like now they're going in the right place. Like I like the way that they've buffed Ryu. I think it's a smart way to buff him. Like the 3 buffs where they buffed the OD Denjin Hashoki. I think this is a smart buff alongside the Denjin buff, where you can choose when to use Denjin after getting it, and target combo to Denjin charge, and you get Oki. I think these three buffs are really smart. This one is also if this is a thing, this will be a very smart buff also. So let's see how it will be. But I'm expecting that Ryu will be strong. I'm expecting that Ryu is going to be around like A tier, A minus, something of that sort. He's not gonna be weak anymore. He's absolutely not gonna be weak anymore. But let's see how it goes. Hard to imagine it will be enough to compare with Luke, Ken, and Akuma. Well, I don't know, but it seems like Ken is getting nerfed, Luke is getting nerfed, Akuma has shit health. So we don't know. Things might balance themselves out, right? And Ryu has good health. Ryu has insane damage, and with the Denjin buffs, he will have access to that insane damage a lot more often than not. Of course, like with Ryu, you have to play neutral. You have to play. You cannot skip it that easily. But the thing is with Ken and Luke is that they can't skip neutral. And the thing with Akuma also, with that demon flip, he can skip neutral also. But Ryu does not have access to that, unfortunately. However, if you play footsies, if you play spacing, if you play fundamentals with Ryu, with the new patch, you'll be really rewarded. You'll be rewarded very well. So yeah, being able to skip neutral is crazy good. I agree. It's crazy good. But he's like, he's like one buff away from doing that with Drive Rush. Either they make his light fireball slower, so then this would become like more of a thing, because now it's not real. But if you got this like Ken, and it's a true block string, that would be really crazy for Ryu. If they can for somehow they can make light fireball slower than what it already is, that might make Ryu like become like Anga Bunga. Like he might become like, you know, just throw a light fireball, full screen leg, drive rush behind it, and now you have skip neutral, right? And then you get like a low or overhead or a grab mix up. So that one buff can actually, like, you know, make this character really crazy. Or you can make the drive rush faster. So then the same idea. This one would reach this one because now it's a punish counter, right? But if it was not a punish counter, this would not be a combo, right? It's only a combo right now because it's the corner. Hold up. I want to just restart the match. Yeah. So if we are here, you see that's not a combo, right? So either you make the drive rush faster, or you make the fireball slower. So then this will become a combo, right? If we can have like easy pressure, exactly like how Ken does right now. Ken, what do they do when they don't know how to get in? Boom, EX and Lukin, and then they drive rush behind it, heavy punch. They do the exact same thing every single time, right? And it always works. So if Ryu can get access to something like this, he can become crazy. But I don't think they want him to be that way. They just want him to be rewarded for the fundamentals, for the good fundamentals, for the good basics, for the good, you know, footsies and full punishing and getting your damage opportunities, you know, in a good way. That's how they want Ryu. That's what I think.